We have no idea how much fossil fuel is burned to back them up. There are no batteries big enough to store electricity from wind turbines. We have no idea how much electricity from those 5 experimental wind turbines were dumped and wasted when they produced electricity that was not needed. And that's because the Atlantic City Utilities Authority does not even own the 5 wind turbines on its property. Those 5 wind turbines are owned by Jersey Atlantic Wind, a private LLC. None of the data we need to judge their success or failure has been released to the public.
And as a taxpayer and the voter of Atlantic City, I often speak for the voiceless. You don't have to have a title to speak for human rights. And that's what we're here today to speak about. Our natural resources, the sun, the air, the water, and the land belong to all of the people. Natural resources are materials from the earth that are used to support life and meet people's needs. So we must take this very seriously, and we need Atlantic City to wake up. Is it because of the poverty rate? Is it because the children that's going to be affected, the diseases that happen? Well, we're going to stand up today, and we're going to continue to stand up.
And I want to share a little story with you. When representatives from the ocean wind industry first came to Brigantine, sat down, they had a meeting. What they explained about these projects is not what the projects are today. When they first explained it, started to listen to it, and it kind of sounded like a good idea. I was like, all right, it's going to help the environment. And in the middle of that meeting, they said if Brigantine would publicly support these projects, there'd be money out there through a grant fund that could come to our city to help us pay for some of the things that we can't afford. And I looked at the 2 gentlemen who were there. They were 2 lobbyists representing the industry. And I said, fellas, you got the wrong guy. If you have to pay me to like your project, there's something wrong with it. I'm going to find out what it is. And that's what started me investigating. Would you vote to support clear-cutting a national forest in order to put these windmills in? And every one of them says no. No one would destroy something that beautiful. Our ocean is our national forest, and we can't let it get destroyed. And look, if these were oil rigs that people were putting out in the ocean, everybody would be fighting it. Everybody would be angry. Everyone would be against this. And there's a double standard between what's going on with the oil industry and what's going on with the wind industry. But according to BOEM, when you look at the reports on these, there's one big similarity between these ocean wind projects and oil rigs. These turbines are full of thousands of gallons of oil. It's going to leak. It's going to end up in our oceans. It's going to end up in our beaches. Nobody wants that. We need to stop it in its tracks before it happens, because once these things get built, it's going to be too late.